algorithms, and impact. For data, we all know that data sets are full of biases, and it's so important to really focusing on assessing what biases you have and addressing them transparently. For example, you're working on a data set and you see that a certain ethnicity is underrepresented, and you can't collect more data at that point. So it's really important up front to be transparent about the lack of generalizability of what you're developing. Be patient-centric. If you're taking data from patients, we need to take into account what's their burden, what's their current situation, and that also helps us down the line to get good quality data. And finally, on the tech side, the technology lifecycle of many of the technologies we use, like the version of a smartphone or a proteomic platform, sometimes is shorter than the time we need to conduct clinical trials. So it's important to assess the technology upfront and possibly partner with tech providers. On the algorithm or the analytics part, please be solution-driven and not model first. What I mean by that is that it's very important to have a solution-driven mindset instead of like wanting to always start and trying the latest, coolest method. Interpretability, I'm not going to talk more about that because we heard it before, and I think there's going to be a presentation for Professor Van der Schaar on this. So, but it's really important, especially in multidisciplinary field. And then benchmark, benchmark, benchmark. It takes a lot of time, it's a very tedious process, but it's very important to validate all your results if you really want to move an ML solution really and deploy it in the real world. On impact, at the beginning of the introduction we heard that impact is really important, and it has to be also the driver of what you're doing. And impact means that basically you take a business decision based on the results or of your model or your project. In such a multidisciplinary field like pharma research, it comes down to working very closely with stakeholders like clinicians, biologists, chemists, product teams. And this is important because only when you integrate their domain-specific knowledge, their input, you could create the machine learning solution with them, you get their buy-in, so then they're able to take their decision based on your project, and it's not just going to be stuck in a shell. And finally, healthcare and pharma are very regulated fields, rightfully so. And really innovating healthcare, it's a long endeavor. So engaging with regulators, it's very, very important, and especially early on. Now, I think it's a very exciting field to be, so innovating in healthcare and pharma. I think there's so much ML can do to really advance this field, yet it's challenging and can be overwhelming, especially, I think, at the beginning of one career in data science or ML in healthcare. So, but if you want to join Novartis, and I hope I convinced some of you today, we got your back. So we have a lot of programs for early data science career starters, such as postdoc programs, data science fellowship, or the AI for Life residency, which Nick will just briefly talk about it. And I think there are great opportunities because they make you learn how to operate in such industry. You learn about drug development while at the same time focusing on an innovation-driven project. And in fact, some of the examples I shared before were coming from our AI for Life residents. Nick, do you want to conclude? He's back on video. We can't hear you.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. So, yeah, thanks so much for that. It's a nice intro to the program. Talent is a topic very near to my heart. I was, given the opportunity to, help co-create what we call this residency. But we have several projects, and I think they have the same aspirations, right? First, we wanted to give students an opportunity to apply their cutting-edge expertise in real-world project settings, and that's very important. And that's one of the themes of the day: applied machine learning. We wanted more graduates to at least consider a career in health, and more importantly, a concrete path for getting started, as you said. And my other personal motivation was to create a network of our most innovative data scientists from around the company as mentors, thought leaders with big ideas, but maybe not the time to pursue them. And the results from pairing together our experts with these talented residents who now have both the time to focus and proper support and guidance around them has been very rewarding to see the output of this over the past 3 years. You've seen some on the previous slides. And Valeria, of course, was one of these mentors, and that's part of why we're here together today. So, I don't know if the slides are up there, but one of the recurring themes of AI for Life was to show what one machine learner could accomplish given the right resources and guidance. And I wanted to double down on that idea with a different example in one nearby. So the nonprofit side of Novartis, the Novartis Foundation, has the mission to leverage digital and data-led approaches to reduce global health inequities. Part of that mission, they co-founded the Health Tech Hub Africa. And the purpose of this Health Tech Hub is to really build a best-in-class local set of innovations. And it's worth stressing that the benefit of which is not just the solutions themselves, but also the health and non-health data that these solutions can bring to a health system. The founders are provided with upskilling, mentoring, critical network expansion, and resources. And I'm happy to say that some of the mentors actually came from our central data and AI team at Novartis. So I can honestly say that they had a fantastic experience, very excited about the startup prospects and the level of talent and ideas associated with the program. Many of them, the founders, are there with you today, and so I sincerely hope you get a chance to meet and interact with them. And also a heads up that I think the next round of applications to join the Health Tech Hub, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or founder yourself, is open right now, and so please feel free to reach out. Thank you very much, and look forward. And so sorry I couldn't join you in person. Wish I was able to join too. Thanks, Valeria, for making the trip and covering for us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for this really interesting presentation and works that we always, as researchers and engineers community, we always interested to see those results in the application. I get a lot of questions, but I think I'm going to